where does that passion for fashion comes from?
I actually mentioned this on the panel. When I was younger, I used to tell myself, I will never work in a retail store. That must be the most boring job that anybody can ever have. You just stand there all day and you fold clothes. Why would you do that to yourself? Like, I had a hard time like folding the clothes in my room. Imagine like going to work during the day to fold someone else's clothes. Like I was just like, that's too boring. Because I also started working at a bakery. Okay. And later a pastry which served actual coffee. Okay. So like I would make espressos and lattes.
So you were already involved in the coffee.
Yeah, as I got older. When I was like 14, I was already making like coffees and at an Italian pastry shop. Actually, Alati. You've probably heard of it? No? Maybe?
No.
Okay. Well, it's a well-known pastry in the East End. Okay. And I worked there for 3 years, serving coffee and pastries. Okay. I couldn't eat the pastries because I couldn't eat gluten.
Oh, okay. Yes. Okay.
But
so we go back to retail stores. You were working at a coffee shop, and at some point you decide to work in a retail store.
Yeah, so at this point, I loved the fast pace. Like, you had to work every holiday, you had to serve customers, you had to be good at multitasking. It was like a non-stop job. Yeah. So it was so fun. And then it was next to my high school. So then when I started college, I went to Dawson College. Yeah. And it was downtown. Yes. So I'm like, there is no way I can finish school at 3:30 downtown and then go to work at 4. Okay. Like, to the pastry. So, there was one boutique that I really liked. So one store that I really liked, and it was called Olivia at the time. Okay. And there was only one boutique in Les Cours Montréal. Okay. So it was Station Peel.
Station Peel, yeah.
Yeah. So I walked in and I would always buy the clothes, and then they opened a second location in the Atwater location, which is the same metro like Dawson. Okay,
yes, inside. Dawson is inside, yeah.
So I'm like, you know what? I actually like the clothes in the store. It's so convenient because it's right next to Dawson. I'm taking 8 classes. Like, it's just convenient to be here. Yeah. And I love being downtown. Okay. So if I'll come here on the weekends, all the better. Yeah. Because like go out later, party hard, go to work the next day, get on the metro, no problem. Okay. So then I applied, and they told me you're gonna get 50% off the clothes.
Clothes.
Yeah, if I work there. Okay. So I'm like, what? That's amazing.
That's a lot, yeah.
And then I'm like, oh my God, how am I going to tell this to my boss now? She's going to be like, you're leaving us? Like, that's not okay. Yeah. Because they're older, the owners at Alati. Okay, yeah. So I would say they're like my second pair of grandparents. Okay. For the way that they would act. Yeah. And then after I decided, you know what, like, it's time to leave. It's 3 years I'm here. Yeah. And then I actually applied at a retail position, and I started working at a store. But the thing about working at Olivia was that it was a small boutique. Okay. So it wasn't like working at H&M or Zara, where it's like a larger retailer and like you don't really serve customers unless like they need an item that they want. Yeah. So when you're working at a little boutique, it's more of a personalized shopping experience.
Yeah, because it's more smaller, so you have to really connect with people. They're just in this space,
Exactly. Yeah. And because of the layout of the store, you don't see all the items at once. Like it's like you really had to look. Yeah. So then people will come in the store and be like, oh my God, I'm going out on Saturday. I don't know what to wear, or I have a bridal shower. Like, what do you guys have? And then like slowly, it's like you start grabbing the pieces that you think, okay, this person with this body type, with this like party in mind, like, okay, like let me start thinking about what they would like. Yeah. So then you start pulling items in the store, like you're socializing, they try everything on, they're asking for your opinion, and it's like you're bonding with people, you're helping them, and then you're making them feel better about how they look. Yeah. And it's like slowly, the reoccurring customers, they almost become your friend because you start to know each other so well.
But was that easy for you to really match clothes and mix it? That was your first experience with working in a clothes store. But was it easy for you? Like, this cloth goes with this and that?
That's a good question because when I first got there, it's like you have to, when you work in a little boutique, you have to know what's on the floor. Yeah. Because the way we had it was that there was 5 items of each clothing item on the floor.
Yeah.
So there were 3 smalls, 2 mediums, and 2 large on the floor of every item.
Okay, every item has the small, medium, and large.
Yes.
Okay.
But like 3 smalls, 2 mediums, 2 large.
Okay, 3. Okay.
And then we had some extras in the back.
Okay.
So if you sold one of the items on the floor, you had to replace it with an item from the back.
Okay.
But it's like, to remember all those items that you sold, you kind of have to know, like, I know what's on the floor, I know what's in the back. Like this, it just like makes the process a lot faster.
Okay.
So when you first arrive and you first start working in a clothing store, it's like you don't know the clothes, you don't know the brands, you don't know what the style's like exactly. Because when you purchase multiple brands in the same store, like you'll see like after a while you start to see the same styles, but just like a few things are different.
Every cloth brand are different, but there's some details that make them like similar. Okay.
So like we had like a lot of items that I guess you could say weren't basics, but that you knew like, okay, 4 weeks from now or 2 weeks from now, I'll probably get that again.
Okay.
Or if I saw this item last winter, which was like the bandage skirts at the time, like the thick, good material ones.
Okay.
Like I knew when they would be coming back because like I was already familiar after a few months
with the inventory,
with the style of the store.
Okay.
And like from there, you start to pick up what the purchasing habits are of the store.
Yes.
And it makes it so much easier when you're familiar with that to sell to people, because then you know what you have in store, and then the more you serve people, the more you understand how clothes fit, like different body types.
Yes.
And then I think slowly with time, I would say it took at least like 2 months to get to the state where I was super, super comfortable and I knew I could sell whatever I gave people.
Okay, so you were confident with management, the inventory, the clothes. So you knew how many clothes there were in the back, in the front. But also you knew how to sell to people. So, and to answer there, like if they want something else, you knew what. Oh, I can give you this and that. So in terms of managing, you were good at that.
Yeah, like even with the people, like I will go into work not thinking I'm going into work.
Okay.
I will go into work thinking, okay, I'm going and hang out with some women and helping them shop.
Okay.
And if I can actually make them find something that they like, then it's like, it's not that it's good for the store, but it's like, wow, I was able to actually help that girl. Yeah. Or I was able to give her like a boost of confidence when she felt like crap, like, well, what am I going to wear tonight?
Yes.
Or whatever. Can I say that?
Yeah, you can say that.
Okay.
I think there are some people watching the live, so hey there. So you have any questions, you can always leave it on the comments and we will answer it later. So going back to that, so you were working at Olivia?
Yeah.
And that's where your passion for fashion comes from. But I think it's more like helping people feel confident, more like having that, like more than loving clothes. Is that right?
I loved helping people, but it also made me realize like how much I liked playing with clothes. Like I loved trying on clothes. Like I love creating different outfits that people wouldn't think would look good at first.
Yes.
Like I liked like matching things all together that seemed out of the ordinary for the average person.
Okay.
So like I was always told that I'm someone who is very creative.
Yeah.
And it's like I never realized until I started actually working in a store and had to style the mannequins, had to help with the merchandising, had to style the catwalks.
Yeah.
Like I never realized how much creativity can go into like your fashion until like I started working in it.